Hello tribe, welcome back to my channel. So today we are doing your 7 to 10 day prediction, and I wanted you to choose from the imagery, but I didn't want you to see what is written underneath, so I've covered it with reversed cards. So choose from the imagery or choose from number 1, 2, 3 or 4. This is number 1, that's number 2, 3, 4. And we're gonna see you in timestamps. Hello Pal 1 people. So let me see what is waiting for you within the next 7 to 10 days from now. I'm gonna shuffle the steampunk and I'm gonna take a look at the card that you've chosen. So we have total submersion. It says don't be afraid to totally immerse yourself in a project, interest or goal. Give it 100% of your energy and you may find what your life has been lacking. So this happens quite often when people are not feeling motivated, or they feel like, there's something lacking in my life. People tend to get depressed sometimes because of that, because they're not doing enough what feeds their soul. And I think that's something for you guys that will be changing, because 3 and 2 comes up to 5. If you do have a passionate project, but you just lost motivation, remember that life goes like this, up and down. You're being given rest until you pick yourself up and continue moving on. So use that time wisely. If you don't feel like you want to do anything related to that project or work or anything that you have in mind right now, maybe focus on something else and then come back to it. You're going to come back a bit more energized, and don't try to push yourself to come up with ideas or feel bad when you don't feel motivated, because it's just part of life. Okay, so let's see. What can you expect the next 7 to 10 days from now? We're gonna look at this card at the very end. There's gonna be an advice there for you as well. The next 7 to 10 days from now, tell me what are the most important aspects that we're going to be looking at. I'm going to be pulling 2 cards. What can Pal 1 expect? We have the 5 of Swords, but I felt it reversed. This time, let's keep it reversed. Okay. And we have the 2 of Cups. Now, for some of you, this might be reversed. For some of you, it's going to be upright. Now, what I'm seeing for you guys, the most important thing that you will be dealing with the next 7 to 10 days from now is now it can be you with your own energy here, or it can be you with someone else. So if you do have a partner here, I'm seeing that you will come out of the conflict and everything will start moving much smoother for you. Now, for some others, I'm seeing that the conflict that you did have in your own head, maybe you gave yourself too much BS, or maybe you tried to push yourself too much. It's saying that's gonna be over and done with. And I think it relates very well with that total submersion card, saying don't be afraid to totally immerse yourself in a project or interest. And it does seem like you're going to be claiming your motivation back and feeling a little bit more uplifted, if that makes sense to you. Now, it does seem like for a lot of you, you'll be dealing with your partner, your maybe friend, person who is very close to you. You will find this strength. I don't know why I want to say that. You'll find strength in that connection somehow. Okay, so the conflicts are behind you, this is saying. Any kind of conflict that you had, maybe with a person or with yourself in your own head, that's going to be being sorted for you the next 7 to 10 days from now. But that's something that you're going to be doing yourself. Let's see what else we got here. We have the King of Cups. You're going to be dealing with a person who is super loving. Now, it can be your energy too. But it does seem like your heart space will be opening up a bit more than it was before. Maybe you're going to be feeling a little bit more emotional, but not from the point where it's a bit chaotic, you're all over the place. It's more so you're feeling good, you're feeling loved, and you feel like you want to love other people back. So heart space, pile number 1. We have the 2 of Wands. Let me pull 2 more cards. I want to pull one from the bottom. We have the 9 of Cups. This is nice. We like that. And we have the Knight of Cups. Wow, it's all about feelings for pile number 1. Now, some people I know, you are like, I don't know, like if I want anyone. It would make sense because I do see that some of you maybe have walked away from the connection. But what you need to know, now for some of you it's going to be 7 to 10 days. From some others of you it's going to be a bit longer than that. But almost like you're coming back to this sense of feeling full emotionally. There is some kind of a dream that will be coming true here, and maybe you've been waiting for that dream to come through for some time now. There is a very nice gesture coming through here, maybe from that King of Cups that we are seeing, some kind of an offer or proposal maybe that is gonna make you feel very happy about. But I'm feeling intuitively some others of you, this is you proposing something that you're really happy about. See, the motivation is coming back. You're gonna be focusing on something that your heart loves doing or your heart loves connecting to, something or someone. And the waiting time is over, this is saying. But a lot of this reading has to do with your own passion for life, you know, almost like you're going to be rediscovering it for yourself. So in any aspect of your life, if you're feeling a little bit like meh right now, it's saying you're going to be coming back to full self. Okay, all right, so what is this dream related to? Dream wishes coming true, what is that? Look, the expectation card looks exactly, well, mood-wise, right? Like the Two of Wands here. Someone is waiting. There's a black cat here. Someone is waiting for something to happen. So what expectation do you have? And Tarot is being a bit like, hey, too many people watching this. So whatever expectation you have watching this reading, it's very likely that it's going to come true. Something that you've been waiting for. Okay, can we be a little bit more specific? I'm gonna be pulling 2 cards for one group of you and the other. We have a main woman. If you've been waiting for a female to approach you or to propose something, this is saying that's very likely happening for you the next 7 to 10 days from now. And we have older woman. Okay, so we're vibing here. This collective is vibing here. I'm seeing that you're gonna be reconnecting with a female in your life. And now it can be an older female, it can be maybe a mother figure, or it can be someone who knows how to advise you. Whatever the case, I'm seeing already that Two of Cups has a relation to a person who's quite wise and they have a lot to offer. And if you are waiting for maybe someone to get back to you, would it be documents, would it be approvals of any sorts, I don't know, whatever you're dealing with and you're expecting it to happen, it's very likely that you're going to hear news from this person saying, hey, take this, or hey, I've sorted it out, or I know how to go about the situation. Okay, in other cases it can be an older feminine energy somehow advising you about the connection or giving you some kind of information about it. Okay, anything else that's going to be important 7 to 10 days from now? High honors. Some of you are claiming some kind of certificate, or you're going to be working towards some kind of accomplishment here. And it makes sense with your total submersion card. What you need to do, guys, what you're being told here, if you're going to give 100%, you're going to get that high honor, okay? However you want to interpret this high honor card. But if you start changing your energy, if you feel like, oh, nothing is moving for me, you know, nothing is being done for me, ask yourself a question. What are you doing for yourself? Because I know sometimes people are watching tarot readings and they're like, okay, this is coming, I'm not going to do anything about it. Every time I'm telling you something is within your reach or something about the future that makes you happy, remember to put that, you know, extra bit from your own energy in order for the universe, God, whatever you believe in, to bring it to you, because it's up to you. This is saying total submersion. Don't be afraid to totally immerse yourself in a project, interest, or goal. And that's when you're going to be happy reaping those rewards for yourself, okay? So that is within your reach. Number 7 is a lucky number as well. Okay, let's see what is the other card here hiding. What do we have? It says resilience. There is no need to rush or push. This is a time to take things as they come. This is already like almost like black and white energy for me. Take things as they come. You have the determination and patience to handle what is happening. It is talking though about a different situation here. This is your project or career goal or whatever it is, maybe an interest of yours. And now resilience is talking about other situation. Let me see what's that about. Let me take these away so we don't have this mess in front of us. Okay, what is it asking you to take it easy with? Time to take things as they come. Okay, number 3 is important. Bottom of the deck, Ace of Pentacles. Okay, so if you are starting some kind of endeavor that has other people involved, this is saying, there might be a time for you where you're gonna have to kind of observe a situation before you act. Okay, observe the situation before you act. So now we do have this reading very interestingly splitting into 2 energies. So some of you watching this, you have to kind of push a little extra, but for some others of you, if you know that you've done your part and if you feel like things are a little bit stagnant for you right now, it's saying you have determination and patience and take things as they come. I don't know where you lie in these 2, you know, scenarios. I bet you know your situation here. And it's talking about some kind of a new beginning. That turtle is still moving forward, but is not rushing, okay? Even here in this card, we have 3 turtles. There's something about number 3 for you, pile number 1. Maybe 3 people working together. Maybe there's a group of people. Maybe you are interested in other people joining your project of some sort. If you're waiting for a job opportunity, it's saying, well, I know it might be difficult for you to hear if you've been chasing for jobs, you know, and trying to make something happen. But again, I can't cancel this card, which says there is no need to rush or push. And I know it might be difficult when you are frustrated, but you do have this new offer on the horizon. So keep on doing what you're doing, you know, don't sit back and relax about it. Still keep looking for maybe collaborations or work with people somehow, you know, but everything seems to be kind of panned out for you and already planned out. So if you feel like you are stressing over a situation, there is no need. This is saying things are being worked out for you behind the scenes. This reading is very focused on projects, new ideas, new beginnings, and it's saying there's one right around the corner if that's something that you need. If you do have an amazing project or job already, it's saying expect some kind of almost like a reload happening, and maybe you're gonna find extra strength. Maybe you're gonna be proposed something even better within the same job, or something new will come through. But whatever the case, there's some kind of a wish fulfillment happening here in a proposal twice, you know, an offer coming in, hey, take this cup, or hey, take this pentacle, that's something that I have for you. And then you're like, damn, let's celebrate life, you know. So let me pull from Animal Tarot for you guys. This is very focused on creations, on projects, on jobs here. But I cannot say, guys, which group you are in. Should you put your 100%, or should you take don't push or rush? You know which energy is lacking for you right now, what you need to do in your situation. Okay, now let me pull the Animal Tarot deck out. I know it's unusual setup because I'm away by the ocean, I wouldn't say by the seaside. Okay, what is the message that you have for pile number 1, please? What is the message that you have for pile number 1, please? I don't have my yes or no cards, guys, with me today because I wasn't planning to stay longer, but I ended up staying longer. So I'm gonna bring them back the next 7 to 10 days reading, which is the next Sunday for me, okay? Now we have the King of Cups twice. So a very loving, masculine energy will be somehow important for you. And I do think this energy will bring heart fulfillment, I'm hearing, for you the next 7 to 10 days from now. So let's start from the first card. We have the Eight of Winter, which is the Eight of Swords in a regular deck. It says it's so easy to convince yourself that you are trapped when you really are not. Trust that God will lift you to new heights and give you greater self-confidence if you affirm your freedom. Now, every time I see this card, what I'm paying attention to is that that bird is not closed. The cage is not closed, you know. It can go and join the other birds here and kind of hang out. But this cage is a representation of your own mind, saying you really are not being held back. Your mind might be holding you back. Maybe the fears that you have or your what ifs. It's saying come out to the world, you know, come out of your headspace sometimes and be a bit more present. Then we have Princess of Winter. It says that this is an intellectual challenge that calls upon your ability to think of a matching solution. If helpful information is put to you bluntly, accept the message without being bothered by the messenger. So whatever you're going to hear the next 7 to 10 days from now, or you just heard, it's saying accept the message as it comes to you, okay? From, you know, approach it from that logical side of mind. Now we have the King of Summer. It says a trustworthy person or relationship enters your life. You may receive wise and compassionate advice from someone who speaks directly from the heart. Now it can be that King of Cups here, or it can be that older feminine energy that we saw here. So for some of you it's going to be the King, for some of you it's going to be the Queen. And watch out for really good advice. Very devoted, loving person will be connecting to you the next 7 to 10 days from now. And it does seem like you're going to feel very cherished, loved, like someone has your back. And maybe some of you needed that, someone to have your back. If you feel like you need advice, don't be afraid to ask for advice. Even it's a simple little thing, because you don't know what other people can offer to you sometimes, you know. Sometimes you go like, oh, you know what, I had this day and I didn't know what to do and I still kind of thinking about it. But you know, just talking casually, and then someone goes, okay, I know everything about this aspect, you know, maybe if it's to do with documents or it's to do with something that formalities or anything that you're not as familiar with, and they tell you the whole story, how to get it sorted, and you're like, damn, thank you very much, you know. So that's how it feels like for me for pile number 1. So I hope that this has clarified things for you, and I'm going to catch you the next week. Bye for now. Hello, pile number 2. So let's see what's up with you guys. We have every step counts, and it says there is an advantage in taking things slowly. Breathe deeply and fully as you consider your options. Now I'm going to leave that message for you towards the end. We're going to be clarifying what's that about. So this is your energy for the next 7 to 10 days from now. I want to see what's that talking about. What is the every step counts talking about? The world. And the Three of Wands, quite straightforward here. It does seem like some of you maybe want to go to a specific place or location, and maybe you're being held back. And it's saying there is an advantage in taking things slowly. So if you're planning to move or travel or whatever it is, there might be some kind of a delay, but that delay is for a reason. Maybe there is some kind of a, you know, missing piece to a puzzle. Maybe you're gonna come up with information that you were not aware of, you know. Something has to be kind of completed before this can move on, this is saying. So I would pay attention to maybe if you need any kind of document, or if you need clarifications. How do I get to another shore? You know, how do I get there? When will the ship come in? It's saying maybe this is the time for you to kind of contemplate right now. But remember that it doesn't mean that your life is not moving forward, because every single step counts, okay? Sometimes it's almost like, you know, people who start, running the race straight away, starting very fast, they usually end up being very tired in the middle already. And slow and steady wins the race. So that's pretty much what the message is for you. And I think it's a bit of a reminder for you, not only throughout these 7 to 10 days from now, but for the future as well. Sometimes people compare themselves to other people. The same, if that's you, there is no need to do that, because your path is yours. We are on different time frames, each to their own. Okay, what is happening the next 7 to 10 days from now? Pile number 2. We have the 9 of Pentacles. We have the Queen of Pentacles. Damn, okay, what's going on? We have the 10 of Wands. And we have the Page of Swords. Bottom of the deck, the Fool. It does seem like you want to step into something that is not that is unfamiliar to you, and you're like, I don't know, when do I do this? Listen to your gut, I always say, Now, the next 7 to 10 days from now, your focus will be on your independence, your freedom, feeling good within yourself. This is a boss lady, a boss man, card for me, someone who's an entrepreneur. This is saying if that's you, or if that's something that you're trying to achieve, that is within your grasp, because I'm seeing that you guys, a lot of you are already in a place of abundance. I'm talking about financial or creative abundance here, okay? Wait, why is it so bright? I don't know today. But whatever the case, it's saying, yes, you will be achieving what it is that you want. And what is that independence to you? For some people, it will be having their own businesses. For some others, will be maybe coming out of a crappy situation and being independent. This is within your reach, this is saying, okay? Make sure when you are working on this Queen of Pentacles and Nine of Pentacles energy of yours, you're very proud the next 7 to 10 days from now. You don't overwork yourself with all the responsibilities, and you allow yourself to rest. Okay? The resting period is not going to be that time to just lay on the couch. I don't feel like it for you guys, because you don't give me that impression. It's more so the moment you stop, you drop a couple of those wands, you're gonna allow this kind of a gap for yourself to think what else is out there for you to grasp. And that's when the Fool energy steps into me, If you are busy all the time, focusing, doing the same thing all over again, keep on doing it, this is saying. But if you're gonna drop maybe one task a day just for yourself to allow that new, fresh energy to come in, what else is out there for you? Almost I'm seeing like someone opening a window and letting the fresh air in. Maybe some of you need to do that simply. And with that fresh breeze, you're gonna be like, oh, you know what? I have an idea. Just because maybe you have allowed yourself to have an extra 30 minutes, you're going to allow those ideas to come in. Maybe you want to do something that I haven't explored just yet. And you're like, okay, let me send a message to someone. Or you might receive a message from someone once you act towards that, right? It's a lot to do with travel here and business for pile number 2. So I do think that business will be great for you, but you need to allow that window to be open for that fresh air to come. Because with that, you're going to gain some kind of new exciting idea, what it is that you want to try that you haven't tried before. Almost like explore the unexplored, and that's when you're gonna bring even more happiness into your life. And maybe for some of you, this is gonna be clarity. If you are not sure about certain situation in your life, how do I deal with this? I'm not sure. Once you drop 1 or 2 of those wands, you're gonna be like, okay, now I see everything clearly. So resting, if it's balanced, it's giving you I don't even know, like I'm seeing visions, I don't know how to put them in words. That resting period is somehow precious for you the next 7 to 10 days from now. So I'd say seek for the balance between the projects, work, or maybe coming up with ideas. And if you're going to have an opportunity to explore something that you haven't explored, it can be a simple thing as someone asks you to go to ice skating and you've never been, That's an example. And somehow those kind of little things in life will bring you more ideas or will push you forward. You might meet someone there, you might maybe have a fresh idea of how, by just watching those people ice skate, and how you can improve something about your career or your business. So it's very sometimes subtle, but allow that freshness to come in. This is saying, okay, that fresh breeze of air. Okay, maybe some of you need to try out breath work, I'm seeing here, or you did. Now let's see what else. What is happening the next 7-10 days from now for pile number 2? Where the focus should lie. What else we haven't picked up on here? We have house. We have gloom and doubt. And we have stress and fear. Okay, so that's something we haven't touched on. For you guys, what is important? I want to pull from one more deck to see a bit more in depth what that's talking about. There's something that is, maybe you are brushing a situation off. Maybe you're very focused on finances, career, and all of those things, but you are not, you sometimes forgetting yourself. And something that was buried in you, what is bringing you that gloom and doubt sometimes? What is bringing you that stress and fear? Where is it coming from? Because it always comes from somewhere. And I think, once you bury yourself in that work, work, tasks, responsibilities, sometimes you might kind of neglect yourself, and your subconscious will be screaming, hey, take a look at this. Maybe that's something you need to pay attention to. Try out breath work. Try out going somewhere, do something new or fresh. For a lot of you, your house environment, your household, your domestic environment will be a focus. So I don't know where you stand with that, but I'm seeing you wanting maybe improvements, or you will be thinking how can you maybe move abroad in the future, and you will be making plans, or how can you buy a new home or something along those lines, it's saying. So there's a lot of contemplation and planning ahead happening here. I'm gonna tune in a bit more into those stressful cards here for you. Even though it's not showing, it's not showing in tarot here. So that is why I said it's kind of buried within you, where you're like, I'm fine. But how fine, sometimes are you truly checking with yourself? Are your shoulders tense? Is your jaw tense? Sit back, relax, give that, as much as you give to someone or something, give to yourself. Okay. Where's that coming from? Yeah, for some of you it's coming from because you are someone who maybe is a bit of a perfectionist, and you're like, oh, I need to know exactly how those pieces will fall together, or if I feel like something is out of my control, I start stressing out. So it's saying, maybe sometimes it's good to allow for things to play out. It says, let chance play its creative role in your life. I'm going to run through this card very quickly from the book, and I'll pick up a couple of sentences that I feel are appropriate for this reading. Okay, so we're starting with something that I like already. It says, trust everything is as it should be. When mosaic presents, it means you have been trying to micromanage your life, and your fixed view is limiting all the gifts and potential the universe is waiting to make available to you. It's time to say, I don't know, and to break free of the rules and conditions you have placed on yourself and on other people, places, and things. Trust that there is no specific right way things must be, or progression of events that must occur. Know that you do not know, and that is good in this moment and essential for the next chapter in your life to commence. Chance and surprise are essential creative elements in the unique mosaic of your life. Break free of rigid stereotypes or ideas about what your life should look like or even feel like, and what other people, places, and things should or shouldn't do and be. Kind of let it flow sometimes. I know it might be difficult if you are one of those maybe perfectionist people or you workaholics, but that's something that is being learned through time. I know I did have to learn that for sure. Now let's take a look at the card that is hiding beneath this one. What is the message for you here? We have polite declaration. You can move in whatever direction you need to accomplish your goals. It is time for you to get out there, claim what is yours, and stay in your power. So don't forget, pile number 2. You are within your power even if you let things flow sometimes, because stressing or staying in this doubtful mindset, for too long, is it truly helpful? All you can do is to maybe sort out a situation, or you can, if you feel like there is some kind of a waiting game happening and there is a reason for that, your gut feeling would tell you there is a reason for that, trust it more. Trust the flow a little bit more. And I get it might be difficult, especially if you do have your own businesses and if you're waiting for something to happen. But it does seem like I do see happiness and abundance coming for you, not even within the next 7 to 10 days from now, but in the future overall. It does seem like you're gonna try new things out, and that's gonna bring something unexpected. Almost like pile 2, your cards are saying leave some magic in the air. You don't need to always know how everything is gonna pan out, and it might be stressful, but it usually works out for the best, doesn't it? Right? Because one situation, even if it's not comfortable or it's not good, usually takes you to where you need to be. Would it be a lesson that you need to learn? Would it be a better situation or better path that you need to be on? What is that all about? I'm a bit curious with pile number 2. Okay, that one. Okay. See, there is that freshness coming through here for us. And bottom of the deck, we have the Knight of Pentacles, the slowest moving knight, but also the steadiest knight, if we can put it that way. It does seem like some of you might be a little bit worried about maybe something going on online. Maybe you're going to be checking if something that you are being told that is true. There is someone observing you online the next 7 to 10 days from now. Maybe at first you're gonna be quite defensive. Maybe some of you will be a bit offensive, like why you watching my stuff or why you here. Don't be annoying. But it does seem like you somehow putting your walls down the next 7 to 10 days from now. You're putting your walls down, and from that you're gonna notice how there's something new coming from this. I'm paying attention to birds. This is the freedom pile, for sure. But maybe sometimes you're seeking for this free lifestyle, but maybe what kind of projects you have or plans for yourself in the future that's gonna allow you to feel free. But maybe sometimes you are building walls up in other areas in your life. And almost like life wants you to loosen up sometimes, and do have the good balance between the yin and the yang, right? Between those two energies. So that's something to pay attention to. Let's briefly touch on your relationships. I didn't do that specifically in pile 1 because the cards came out straight away about that. Okay, 6 of Swords. Things are improving in your relationships or one specific relationship. Let's see. Yeah, see the Knight of Cups here. Someone might, okay, some kind of wishes coming through here when it comes to a connection. Whoever this person is, it does seem like they're gonna make you feel quite lighthearted, fulfilled. They might propose some kind of a trip or journey or something long-term I'm seeing here, but it's to do with some kind of a trip I'm hearing. You might be planning a trip with someone. Now, if you have restrictions or not. It doesn't have to be a trip, to the other side of the world, but I do think that there is some kind of plan in action happening the next 7 to 10 days from now, and you're gonna be very happy about it, almost like, oh damn, I can't wait to go, you know. All right, yeah, I can't wait to go, because maybe some of you have been a little bit stuck in this mindset of Four of Cups, where you're like, oh, you know, same thing all over again. So this is saying watch out, because, you know, things will be improving for you, and it's to do with some kind of relationship that feels to me intuitively someone that you are connected to and you have been making plans with in the past, but maybe you haven't decided fully what you want to do about it. Now, when I talk about relationships, it can be partners, crushes, friends, family members, okay? I'm not going to put you in the box here, but things are moving forward, this is saying. Okay, anything else? Yeah, but you're gonna have to wait for it though. It's all about patience for pile 2, and I know people hate hearing about it. But once you take one step at a time and enjoy the ride, that's when your life becomes much more peaceful and enjoyable. So I want you to remember that, okay? I'm gonna leave you guys with this note. I hope that this was helpful, and I'm going to catch you in the next one. Bye for now. Hello, pile 3. So let's see what's up with you. I'm going to be shuffling the steampunk deck. I do not have my yes or no cards with me today because I am away. So I'm doing your reading somewhere else. And I'll bring it back the next 7 to 10 days from now, which is the next Sunday for me. Right, let's see what's up. Let's see what's up. Pile 3. We have amble with contentment. Waiting rather than acting is going to be most advantages now. Now, I don't know, there is a collective message here throughout piles 1, 2, and 3. It's about patience and almost like taking one step at a time and enjoying the ride. So maybe the next week, if things will feel a little bit like, you know what, I have to kind of wait around or take things slowly, acknowledge that and focus on something else in your life. If one area will feel a little bit like, okay, I feel like my gut is telling me I don't have to over push this, let me put my focus somewhere else. And if it's some kind of a creative endeavor, if you're gonna be feeling a bit like not motivated, or if you'll feel like you need to take a break, it's saying it's fine, okay? There is an advantage to that, whatever it is that you are going to be dealing with. So let's see, what is that amble with contentment talking about more precisely? Waiting rather than acting, what is that about? Is the Queen of Wands, okay. High Priestess. I don't know who this message is for, but what I heard, if you feel like you need a tarot reading, give it a week. Because it does seem like some of you, if you want to book, you know, what some kind of a, yeah, it's a reading because you need clarity about something, why things are not moving forward. I'd say give it a week. Things will resolve itself and you're going to be shown why. I don't know why. That's what's coming through. That's not for all of you guys. If you're going to be pushing cards and asking the same question all over again, it's saying don't do that anymore. You know, allow it to happen naturally for yourself. Maybe some of you are asking too many questions or want to know everything, or you're asking the same question all over again. It's saying amble with contentment. Okay, that's exactly what you need to do the next 7 to 10 days from now. And look, we're pulling the 7 of Pentacles, waiting for your fruit of labor to grow in whatever area of your life, saying, okay, I'm just observing that those pentacles to grow. I'm taking notes what is happening. It's not that I'm not doing anything about it, but I'm kind of allowing the situation to unfold naturally. And the Queen of Wands is the one that goes for action and gets things done. But in this case, you're gonna have to balance out how much action you take and how much break you are giving yourself, how much time off you are giving yourself. But specifically, I feel like to do with spirituality. If you feel like things will be off for you the next 7 to 10 days from now, if you are in this field, it's saying if you can take a day off for yourself, recharge, come back to it. If you are professional, do so. There's always time for that, right? You need to recharge. We have the Knight of Swords. We have the Four of Cups. Bottom of the deck, we have the Eight of Cups, okay? Wow, this is interesting. Your energy is quite interesting. You're gonna be in between the two. Pile number 3. You're gonna be like, am I interested in that? Or this person, whatever it is that you're dealing with? Or am I bored? I can't make up my mind, you know? You're gonna be, and I think maybe that's why you need to wait it out. If there's gonna be a situation that you're like, I want to cut something or someone off, or I want things to happen right here, right now. Again, come back to amble with contentment. It does seem like you were in between. You're like, I don't know what kind of decision to make. To move forward quickly or to stay. Kind of like, it's something to do maybe with this King of Cups here, and afterwards we have the Five of Pentacles. Maybe you have been left out by someone, you know, in the cold, or by a situation, and now you're like, okay, so what do I do with it? It feels like for you guys, you need to take couple of days extra in order to decide what you want to do. Some of you will be walking away from a situation completely. Now, this can be related to this King of Cups here. Some others of you will be leaving this mindset or that feeling of Four of Cups, you know, that feeling of being bored, that feeling of being down. You're going to be picking yourself up. You're somehow going to be creating a plan in your own head. How do I improve it? How do I improve the situation? You know, if I've been stuck for too long in the Four of Cups energy, how do I improve the situation? Do I do something new? Do I take on some kind of a task? What is it that I'm going to do in order to improve my well-being here? This is a bit of a story. It feels like I'm reading for 5 different people, and I need to somehow sum up those stories of yours, guys. What is the Eight of Cups talking about for others here? Page of Cups, yeah. The Four of Cups is someone who's sitting there, not moving, therefore they cannot see that new cup above, right? If they did move around, they'd be able to see something new, you know, a new proposal of some sort. It does seem like you are the one who's going to be deciding to walk away from that maybe feeling of, you know, I'm lacking something, you know, I'm not feeling complete. You're going to be like, okay, nah, I don't want to be in this situation anymore. Let me take charge myself. What is it that I want to offer to the world? Or what is it that I have in myself that feels creative for me? I don't know why, but I'm sensing creativity for pile 3. And plus, the Queen of Wands is here. She's quite creative too. And it does seem like you're going to be thinking of ways how to move forward with your life. It might be relating to some kind of a trip or fast movement here. But whatever the case, I'm seeing a lot of water here. There is cleansing emotions. Cleansing emotions. Maybe some of you are gonna be going to a person who can help you cleanse your emotions or help you out balance things for yourself, like an extra push. It does seem like you guys might someone might be there's so many scenarios here. Someone might be proposing something to you, but it's gonna take time for you to figure out if you want to take it on board or you're gonna walk away. almost like there's some kind of an offer being handed to you, or a gift, whatever it would be, and you're like, let me think about it. And see, I think it's coming from the past experiences, maybe with a person or past situations, and maybe there is lack of trust, or you're like, I know where it's gonna lead me. I don't know if I want to take this offer. But that has to do with a specific person I'm feeling here. Almost like some kind of a repetitive scenario that you feel like it's gonna happen again, and you're like, before it happens, you're like, nah, I don't want this. What is that about, pile number 3? What is that about? We have the moon. I think for a lot of you, you've been told something in a dream recently. So pay attention to how you felt during that dream about that scenario. And was it chaotic? Was it calm? You know, what kind of people you saw there? What was actually happening? Kind of analyze that. Because you're being told, being shown a way almost through your dreams. Yeah, maybe you don't feel like someone, or maybe a company or a person was not given enough for you, and therefore you're like, I'm tired of this, you know. Let me balance my life out. Let me focus on what it is that I want to choose, right? I have a lot of options out there, I know, but let me decide which option would be the most beneficial for me. And if I'm gonna have to refuse an offer, I will, because I know that I have more waiting for me there on those shelves, you know. You're being very logical, but also very, very protective over yourself the next 7 to 10 days from now, because you know that you deserve more. There's something about knowing that you deserve more, pile number 3, and you're like, I'm not gonna take less than that, you know. If I'm gonna have to search for something across the waters, I will. You know, I know that I can find those options anywhere I go, or even if I don't see all of them right now, I know that's gonna be happening in the future for me. This is quite interesting, pile number 3. A bit of a maybe dramatic situation that has happened for you in the past. And I'm saying for you because you're learning from it, not to you. And you almost like coming back on track here. Like you standing up tall, you're standing strong, and you're like, if I'm gonna have to refuse something or someone, I'm gonna do it, because I have no doubt I have other things or people coming my way, you know. What's important the next 7 to 10 days from now? We have high honors. Expect some kind of piece of paper, or maybe someone coming your way saying, good job, you know, take this. For some of you, it's going to be some kind of certificate. For some others, it's going to be a pat on the back saying, hey, you've done a great job. For someone out there, you're celebrating birthday. So if you do, congratulations, happy birthday, okay? We have expectation. And we have success in love. Yeah, it does seem like you guys know that the connection that you expect to happen in your life, it will. And almost like you don't give an F anymore if it's going to happen with a person you may have in mind, or if you're going to have to choose someone new. You're very tough. Life made you tough over time. And you're like, show me, you know, show me how much I deserve. And I know I deserve quite a lot with the Queen of Wands here as well. I'm going to check if that is something that I want to get involved in, right? She's kind of calculating her money here in this case. Because I know what my intuition tells me most of the time is correct. So maybe you're getting some kind of intuitive hints about someone or a situation, and you're like, you know what, there is more love for me somewhere else, or there could be more love, and I want to see that. And now when I talk about love, it doesn't always have to be a romantic relationship, okay? That's what I want you guys to keep in mind. It can be a work situation as well, where if you feel like you're not being given back enough, right? You're like, there is more love somewhere else for me, and I know that there are options for me. If I'm gonna have to look towards maybe other location or other company completely, or other town, I'm gonna be doing so. Almost like you're very assertive the next 7 to 10 days from now, that you know what is yours will be yours. You're not fighting over things, that you don't push things. And that is nice. That is very nice to see. That is very nice to see. Let's see, what is the message for you hiding underneath this card here? It says, inner desires. Set some intentions. You are entering a phase of plenty. Hey ho. Or may have a sudden windfall. Goals are within your grasp. And you know it. You know that. It seems like some of you will consciously be waiting things out. I'm seeing here the next 7 to 10 days from now. So guys, I don't know if I mentioned or not yet. I think I did. I don't have my yes or no cards because I'm somewhere else. I'm not home. And I've forgotten to take them with me because I didn't think I'll stay that long here. So I'm going to bring them back the next week. And I'm going to catch you soon. Bye for now. Hello tribe, whoever has chosen pile 4, let's see what we have for you. So, the card that you've chosen says, where you need to be. Acknowledge how you are feeling. Have faith the universe will take care of a current concern by providing the best possible outcome for all involved. So if you're dealing with a situation that might feel a little bit uncertain or unfair, make sure that you believe that the best outcome will happen for you. Now, sometimes, we have a saying, the things that we don't get is usually the blessing for us. But I feel like you already know that, and you're like, I know. I need to enjoy a little bit more where I am, and I am where I need to be right now. And we all are in our life in places where we need to be, regardless how happy we are, how shitty the situations turn out to be. Even if we have a situation where a person is in prison, right? So they're already in a place where they need to be because maybe of the choices that they made, and they're learning through that experience, right? So we're all in the right place in life. There is no wrong way. There is no wrong place. So it just depends how we're going to be learning from those places that we're at, or how we want to improve them, or what we want to do about that situation, right? So we're all where we need to be, and that's a reminder for you guys, pile number 4. Now let's see. Let's see. What is that talking about? Acknowledge how you are feeling. Have faith the universe will take care of current concern by providing the best possible outcome for all involved. You have more faith the next 7 to 10 days from now. We have the 9 of Pentacles. Independence is coming through here. And the 6 of Cups. So for you guys, what I'm seeing here, you might be drawn to doing something that you used to do before when you were younger, or you're bringing something back. I just heard bringing sexy back. Maybe for some of you that's true, But whatever the case, it seems like you are feeling very free, independent, or you're going to be seeking for that the next 7 to 10 days from now. And you may be drawn to talking from someone from the past who is a good advisor or who has a very big heart. And I'm seeing that connection will bring something good in your life, almost like a very comforting connection that I'm getting here. Maybe an old friend, maybe someone you haven't seen for a while, someone who always cared for you daily, I'm seeing here. Some of you are being drawn to visiting a specific location or a place that maybe was there to one of your loved ones. Overall energy, it's making me feel very much at ease, very relaxed, trusting in where I'm at right now and enjoying the moment. So it might be advice, or it might be an actual, energy of yours within the next 7 to 10 days from now. So what is happening, pile 4? We have the Knight of Swords. We have the 5 of Pentacles. We have the Moon. Maybe you wanted to choose another pile. We do have a couple of repetitive cards here. We have the 9 of Swords. Let's clarify the 9 of Swords. I'm going to be seeking for clarity. Okay, the wheel is turning. The wheel is turning the next 7 to 10 days from now. Let's clarify that. When it comes to some kind of maybe collaboration or communicating with other people here, maybe something in your workplace. Justice on the bottom here. It almost seems to me that someone needs to hear that karma will be served, because it's very similar to what it says here. Universe will take care of your concern by providing the best possible outcome for all involved. So everyone is gonna get what they deserve, truly. And it might sound a little bit scary, but I'm not talking about it from the bad place. Everything will happen the way it has to be. There is some kind of uncertainty here. Why? Maybe you have been left out in a cold. Maybe you have been observing someone, or someone was observing you and thinking, hey, why is the communication off, you know? Why is this happening? And there's a little bit of stress that is coming through here. But the Wheel of Fortune seems to be turning that wheel. And if you've been feeling out of the group, or maybe almost like an outsider, it feels like everything will change for you. So if you felt like you didn't have a close friend or someone to get you, pile number 4, it seems like you're gonna find ways how to attract this energy. Now, sometimes people, you know, comment down below saying, hey, I have no friends and life is shit, you know. And then I always like to, you know, I'm very straightforward how I'm doing my readings, and I like to tell you that, guys. Usually if we as people, there's one person who could potentially have a group of people, right, friends. What is it that you are doing about it to have friends, right? Do you put yourself out there? You know, how do you communicate with people? What do you want to have, you know, from a friend? Be the friend that you want to have. That's exactly what I'm feeling here. And there's gonna be a chance to have that here. I don't think that many of you watching this have such issues, but maybe someone needed to hear that. Because now at the bottom of the deck, we do have the Knight of Cups. You know, if you're not being offered something, go out there and offer something yourself. Almost like do things that you would want to receive, you know, back. And maybe some of you are suffering from anxiety, and find ways how do you wanna cope with that anxiety. What are the ways? You know, what works best for you? What can you do for yourself throughout the day to cope with it, right? But regardless of the situation, it seems like things will be shifting big time when it comes to that. The next 7 to 10 days from now, you are, I think, too much in your head and too worried about something that you can't see clarity on. But the clarity will come with time, this is saying. It's not going to be a time yet, you know, if you won't be shown the way, or you won't know exactly how things will pan out. It's saying you don't have to see just yet. We're going to show you how it's going to pan out. So there is no need to worry about something that you cannot kind of grasp on, or you cannot control. If you can control something, then go ahead and control that, right? Take charge, this is saying. But if you can't, what is there to worry about? That's kind of what I'm seeing here for pile number 4. Find balance the next 7 to 10 days from now, from being too busy and maybe spending too much time doing completely nothing. You need to find balance between the two. This is saying 2 of Pentacles, someone busy juggling things at the same time, right? Just coping with tasks. And the 4 of Swords is someone who's in contemplation mode. And sometimes this card can talk about someone not taking action whatsoever, even if they contemplated enough. So where's the balance between the two here? And we have Justice here. It's all about scales, right? What is the balance in your life? You know, what is it that you feel like you need to improve? And it's more so for your own self. That's going to improve your well-being. It's all about balance. It's very hard to find balance in life. We find it and we lose it, but it's very important to continue knowing how to remind ourselves to take a look at how balanced our life is, or what needs to be done, so we don't go like, you know, one scale down here, the other one is above in the clouds, right? There is some kind of a message coming through here the next 7 to 10 days from now. Let's see, what is the message here? What is the message here? This is saying, you know, this pile is saying, hey, when you're in the in the mindset when you are sometimes a bit not motivated or when you're down, don't miss out on opportunities. If this guy got up and started walking around that room instead of being in the same pose, he'd be able to see what the universe, God, whatever you believe in, has to offer. All he has to do is to get up, you know, and that glass looks much nicer than what he has next to him. So something to do with motivation here, pile number 4, the next week. You're going to have to find balance, you know. It's not necessary to always be motivated. We cannot do that. We are humans. But if you feel like you've been in that energy for too long, now that can become an issue, you know. That's when you truly have to get up and walk around that room. This is metaphorical, right? All right, yes, and clarity will be coming your way. We have the moon and the sun in the same reading, so it's saying whatever it is that's going to be feeling a little bit meh, it's going to be shown to you. What is the outcome here? But for some of you, I'm feeling you need to come outside more often. Maybe you're stuck in the rut sometimes, and the next 7 to 10 days from now, you're being asked to go out in nature and actually see the sunshine, you know, or walk on the grass or something to do with that, because I'm looking at this guy, dark room, looking at this guy, quite dark indoors again, right? The 2 of Pentacles, this person cannot even look up in the sky because they are so busy, you know, they're like, go, 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 let's get things done. And it does seem like here, 9 of Swords as well, you know, indoors somewhere. So how much time are you spending indoors? How much time are you spending outdoors? And how much time do you actually, how often do you actually look up in the sky, you know? And it's such a simple thing, but it kind of puts everything in perspective when you need that. And I'm looking at the Wheel of Fortune and I'm seeing clouds and the sky, and maybe you just need that, you know. It's as simple can sometimes be as looking up in the sky if you need an answer. Let me try and focus. Look at these calculations here. It seems like there's something in the sky for you. If you have a question, maybe it can be a spirit that you want to connect to, or you're going to have this light bulb moment yourself. But there needs to be a bit of a change of routine here, or change the way you do things. All good, keep on going, this is saying, right? But what is lacking? Because that lack can improve your everyday life. You know, if you're gonna fill that lack with something, it's gonna improve your everyday life. Almost like you need to breathe in fresh air here. I keep seeing that in all of these cards. Come out and play the next 7 to 10 days from now. Don't forget how to play, pile number 4. Okay, what is up in the relationship department? We have the 8 of Pentacles. We have the 6 of Pentacles. We have the Knight of Wands. And we have the 5 of Cups. Okay. It seems like you'll continue working on relationship that you have right now, whatever relationship that is, okay? There's a specific person that might pop up in your mind, because I don't want to put you in the box. It can be a friend, a crush, your partner, you know, your husband, wife, family member. It seems like you're going to be working on balancing this relationship out. So that's where balance lies here. And I'd say pay attention to how much work you put in that and how much work you put in other things here. It's all about balance for pile number 4. I don't know what's up, but we have scales here, right? It seems like the relationship department, it's quite good here, apart from one thing. I'd say stay out from people who have some kind of attachment issues, or maybe are somehow attached to substances or addicted to something. You know, shit happens sometimes. People are in tough situations, and they can be in this 5 of Cups, specifically in this deck situation, right? Let me show you. But if that's a continuous thing, then how is that impacting your life? This is saying. So you might be dealing with someone who is a bit down, or someone who is maybe somehow I don't know why. Someone is trying to kind of not show you how much they are struggling the next 7 to 10 days from now. Maybe the facade that they have, you know, that exterior that they have doesn't match up with what they're suffering through inside. If that's the case, and if you know that someone needs help, I mean, it's up to you. Do you want to help them out? It depends. If that's someone that you've dealt with and you're like, nah, I have enough of this shit, you know where you want to stand in this case. But if that's someone who is very dear to your heart and you have been helping each other out throughout time, maybe pay attention to how other person will be feeling the next 7 to 10 days from now. Now, you never have to fix people. I'm just saying that would be an example of, you know, a dear friend who have always been by your side and now they're in a shitty situation, you know, maybe emotionally, and maybe that's your time to step up, you know, and fill those scales so that it equals itself out. But whatever it is, it seems like you might be dealing with a person. There's two people here I'm seeing. One person is very focused on keep on going, you know, everything it is as it was before, and the other person might be struggling a little bit to cope with maybe their emotions I'm seeing here. And it might be because this person likes to act quickly, and they're very much like in and out situations, and maybe they haven't seen balance in their own life, and they're like, you know, I'm in between the black and white, I'm never in gray space. And that is why maybe they're gonna find themselves a bit in the rut or in a situation that is not the best for them. Whatever the case, you know what you know yourself what you want to do about this. I'm just saying. Now, there's going to be one person, I think, maybe maximum two, whom I have to tell that. I'd say watch out if you are giving someone money and it's been a continuous thing and they're not giving you anything back. It's not that they have to... Yeah, they do have to give something back, but it's not that, you know, oh, I gave you, $100, now do something for me. You know, they're going to give that money back. And, you know what I mean? You have to give that money back, but I'm not talking about the egoistical side. You know, you have to, give it back, or I'm counting how much I've done for you and how much you've done for me. But it's more so like someone might... Watch out for people using you, okay? That's what I want you to be clear about. Watch out if you'll know. If that's you I'm talking about, you're gonna be like, damn, I know. I'm giving too much to this person. So I just want you to make sure that you're not giving something to someone and they don't deserve it, and they haven't been deserving at all in the past, okay? So that's something to watch out for. Let's take a look at your other card that is hiding here underneath, what it has to say. It says, help appears in various ways. There is much support for you. Sometimes you may get so adrift, you forget to look to this. You forget to look to the support systems that are with you continually. Okay, whenever you feel like you will need help, when you're juggling a couple of things at the same time, would it be moral support? Would it be, someone maybe cleaning the kitchen instead of you, who's living with you, It's saying, don't forget that you do have a support system. If you feel like you have no one completely, then maybe work on that. How can you, become closer to people? How can you make friends? What other ways? And become that friend that you want to have. So I hope that this made sense, pile number 4. And I don't know, did I mention that? I think I did, and I'm just repeating myself. It's been a long day by the seaside. But I don't have my yes or no cards with me because I am away, but I'm gonna bring them back for you the next week. See you then. Bye for now.